Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to talk about this new budget waterproof from Dare2B. It's well, it's a bit of a find really, and I'm going to test it properly over the next few months, so there'll be a follow-up to this video. But Dare2B, what do I know about them? So this is a budget waterproof coat for in the men's, and it's called a Torrek Mountain Jacket, I think that's what they call it. Actually, it's 30,000 hydrostatic head on it and 30,000 breathability over 24 hours, that kind of rating. So for those of you who are into coats and things, you'll know all about it. But it's sort of light rain today. I'm going to wear it on a dog walk later on today, and I'm just interested because you know, I do kind of like my coats, and this was in some nice colours. I like my black and like my oranges, so this goes well with greens and things. I wanted a coat that wasn't an out-and-out mountain coat, although that's the name, but really just wanted to test them. And Dare2B waterproof, this Torrek coat, their range of their clothes is, I know it's kind of what you'd probably class as budget, and I think they're in the stable mates with Regatta and the Craghoppers. But I think originally, what do I know about them? They've been around, I think, for about 20 years, and they've made their name in the skiing apparel kind of market, more so than out hiking. But over the last few years, they've started to move into this market as well. And I think they trade on, certainly within the ski wear, I've watched a few videos, is, you know, if you want to fit out your whole family for a reasonable price and get on the slopes and enjoy it, well, this is the kind of go-to brand to start you out. So you know, that's kind of where they're positioned. But I was interested to find out how this coat will basically perform and see if it's really worth the money. Now, talking about the price, I did really well, and I think they are kind of like the Decathlon and some of those brands that sort of Craghoppers do a lot, don't they? Put a certain price and they're continually discounting, so I know a lot of them do that. So, you know, this original price was 140, but it was 50% off the bank holiday, so immediately it's down to 70, and then I got a further discount for getting on their mailing list. So I literally, at the end of I paid £34 for this coat, so even if I only use it for dog walking, it's going to be a great coat. So I will take it out, as I always do, over the next few months up in Snowdonia, test it out and see if it's any good, see if it can, you know, it's already starting to speed up. Now the material, it says recycled material. I'm going to do some research on it. It feels a bit like a not polycotton, but yeah, I suppose it does really, like a polycotton mix of recycled, and it's quite soft. Sorry about this. It's quite soft to the touch. I think this most definitely will be treated with DWR, and it will wear out and it will wet out at a certain point, like a lot of the kind of cheaper non-Gore-Tex type of shells. So this isn't a hard shell, and I kind of like that really, because it's softer on your arms. I don't get on with hard shell coats at all. I've got a nice Patagonia, which is a good hybrid coat, and I bought that. I did a review on my kit list and last year, and that's like a 2.5 or a 2 layer, and I kind of like that because it's more comfortable to wear than a 3 layer. So I kind of don't tend to wear 3 layers that much if I really get away with it. But this coat is nice and soft to the touch, it really is, and it's only light rain today, so this isn't going to be a full test. But yeah, Dare2B, and they've got their own proprietary system. It's called ARED, ARED, that's their trademark. That's their kind of waterproof system. I've got some tags that I've got with it, so we'll have a look at that. But it doesn't really tell you much about the material, apart from the fact it's mostly recycled, which is probably a good thing, isn't it? So I'm going to get myself along this meadow, which is about 2 or 3 miles, and then I'm going to nip in the woods. And the only thing to add, this particular model doesn't have any pit zips on it. I think the Torrek 2, which is slightly dearer, which again, that comes in at about, even the discount, I think it's 80 or 90, so I wasn't looking to spend that much. And you know, if you want to ventilate, I'll just undo the zip at the front. How about that for an idea? But let's get on with the walk. And it's just beginning very late May. I think it might even, yes, last week in May, starting to warm up. So I'm hooded up. I've only got a base layer here, so I feel comfortable, and that's the key with my coats. I gotta feel comfortable. That's why I just don't like shells, hard shells. They make you sweat. It's like so this isn't, like I say, this isn't a hard shell. I see it's beading up, and of course this is the first time it's been out, so it's going to bead up, isn't it? You know, it'd be interesting to see what it's like after 6 months of use. And in the pressure points here where I've got my rucksack on. But let's put this away, less rambling, more rambling, and let's get into the woods. So, just stopped here on the track where they bring the cows onto the land. The coach, as you can see, I'll just put this a little bit lower there. Nice fetching panels, orange and the black. Rucksack off afterwards and show you the back, but it's got a really nice wide brim in here above my hat. You can see I've got my hat underneath, but I've just cinched it up the first time, and these things really work incredibly well. They're dead easy, so you know, in terms of usability, and they're quite substantial, these as well, these togs, these cords in the brim, and also there's one at the back, as you can see. So, like I said, no pit zips, velcro on the cuffs. I think that's pretty standard these days, and they're their proprietary signage there, so about their proprietary waterproof system, ARED, which yeah, 30-30, that's what they're proclaiming. So but like I said, in terms of comfort, you've got the nice little emblem on the back there. So for me, Dare2B is a good budget brand. I've got some of their base layers, I've bought some of them, and the image from the skiing, I'm not a skier, but certainly their image, for what I've paid for their gear and the quality, I had a base layer for 40 quid, I got it for 20, and it was just really comfortable, nice scrim inside and warm. But this is, let's just open the top here, and as you can see, nice enclosure there, goes really high up. I don't know whether this would fit over a helmet compatible, probably would. It's a pretty decent sized hood actually, and I've got my baseball cap underneath, which I'll wear for walking. But underneath you've got this sort of easy sort of one layer. So you've got the outer, which I think is like double layered here. This here, it seems to be like a double layered, so you've got protection as long as your DWR is still up to date, and I think that's the key with this coat. I think it's going to be, I'm going to have to get some decent DWR on it, and they've got this mesh in here which will help you ventilate. How well that will work, I don't know. And then they've got some down here. So are they? I just it doesn't say the YKK, but what's it say? So it says waterproof ratings, talking about the waterproof rating here, 30mm hydrostatic head, breathability ratings 30 grams per meter squared for 24 hours. There's a stretch material in this which I'll show you in a minute, and there's like a nice little weave in this, so this, I'll be interested to see what it's like. A poly cotton, it's like a canvasy feel to it. Windproof and recycled fabric. So this is pockets inside. No, it's just got the mesh in. So what have we got on the outside? I'll just do this quick review here while I'm out in the open. And yeah, decent size pocket. This pocket is humongous. Yeah, so that's pretty decent. Yeah, quite big Napoleon pocket. Two really, again, decent sized pockets here. These are really, really decent. And nice storm flaps, storm seals on the enclosures there. And yeah, I kind of like it. No, yeah, there's a draw cord at the bottom, as you'd expect. There you go. I'll just cinch that up, so if your suits are a bit shorter, go for that. And let's just take the rucksack off, right, while we're doing the whole review. I'll give you a bit of a twirl. There you go. Looks nice, isn't it? Double panels. And like I said, this coat, you know, would I wear it on top of a hurly-burly storm and top of Snowdonia? Probably not. I'd have my belay jacket on, which is mounted equipment, Gore-Tex Infinium, and that's a softer, it's not a hard shell, it's a belay jacket, and it's a softer type of Gore-Tex, which I prefer. But in terms of comfort, walking locally and in the hills, I think this is a really nice addition. It just feels comfortable. I just have to be comfortable, and it's going to be durable. It's about the wind's picking up, as you can tell. Durable, comfortable, decent price, and it's got to do do the job. It's got to do the job to a degree, isn't it? It's got to do a job, because that's, you know, the one thing about our approach at caution with budget gear is you don't want to be in a bad situation where you're going to get caught out and you're going to be freezing cold and get hypothermia. That's not going to do anyone any good, is it? So hills and dog walking, I'd go for this, but it's a really nice coat, and I got on this deal, like I said, £34, which is just an absolute steal. Right, I'm going to carry on now, switch the camera off and get into the woods. So hi guys, you can see that this is first time out for it, so you can see it's beading up. I don't know if you can catch it on here, but there's like a bit of a, I wouldn't say, yeah, canvassy effect on this material. It's got a very tight weave on it, so I guess that again will keep, with DWR, that'll keep some of the rain out. And how long it lasts for, I'll wait and see. But in terms of durability and the kind of coats that as I said, I kind of like, it feels nice, it feels comfortable and durable. So it's, yeah, it feels nice, it feels comfortable. How long it'll last, now I'm going to wear it back to the car, it's about another 2 miles. And it's kind of moderate rain, drizzle really, it has been heavy, but, and you know, the absence of a pit zip isn't really degrading it too much for me because of the comfort, but I'm liking it. So yeah, I'm even liking it at the price I got it for. So we'll wait and see. I'll bring you back, it's only initial thoughts this video, so you know, don't be expecting too much of a kind of results out of 10, but I think what I'll do is I'll use it over the next couple of months and update this video like I like to do, and then put my car keys safe so I don't lose those in the woods. But I'll bring you back and see how it's performed. Got to invest in some DWR anyway, but yeah, first impressions, I really like it. Nice coat, comfortable, and it feels nice. So I know they're doing a rare colours, you know, blues, I think blues, greens, yellows, blacks, the usual kind of mix, but in this panel it looks really, really fitting. Really nice coat. So check them out, Dare2B. If you want, come back and watch the video, you know, the results. Like I said, I'll give you an update. But in terms of the fit and the style, this is a medium. I am about 5'7" at most, and I weigh in about 11 stone here in the UK. So that you can see it before how it looked on me, and you can cinch it up nicely. It's really tight, so you know, get that. It depends how you want to wear it. But yeah, it's, like I said, it's beginning of June, end of May, and I don't feel too humid in it. So I've been walking now for about two miles, and it feels okay. It still feels comfortable, so I'm not sweating, but I've only got a base layer underneath, so that's kind of how I wear my jacket. So just to sum up my initial thoughts on this Torrek jacket from Dare2B. So yeah, it's a budget coat, we know that. It's probably not worth 140 that the RRP is, but we all know that, the marketing kind of language they use. But I'd probably say you pay £70 for it, and if you can get it in a flash sale like I did for half price again, 34, 35, it was with an extra discount. It's an absolute steal. So if you want a sort of a local hillside jacket, and I'm going to bring you back, I'm going to tag me in some heavy rain on this in the local hills and see how it performs. But in terms of comfort, I would say incredibly comfortable coat, not a traditional hard shell, which I tend to not like because they feel like wearing cardboard. I just don't get on with them at all. They make me sweat from the inside out. I've only got a base layer on, I've opened to vented, so I'm a little bit clammy, I'd say. I've been doing sort of light to moderate walking here, so how it get on with the breathability, I'm not sure. They say it's 30,000, but we'll wait and see, shall we? But in terms of the material, it is so comfortable, it is so nice. So I'd probably place this as, I know, yeah, the one thing I was thinking about, the windproofness. So before I got out of the car, the wind was picking up and I zipped right up, and yeah, it was nice and toasty warm. The windproofness on this coat works. So I'm kind of going to put this, my initial thoughts are, you know, let's test it out on the hills to see how the 30,000 really stacks up. That said, I'm going to treat this with DWR relatively on a regular basis. I'm also, because I think the material will stand up to it, given the type of canvassy material, as I said before, and it's probably going to be a a go-to jacket for the hills locally and dog walking, but also wind resistant. So I'd probably put this windproof, water resistant type of territory, and I'll bring it back in part 2 to see how it gets on with torrential rain. And there you go, just as we speak, it's starting to rain, but it's only light showers today. So I want to do as I do from all my kit reviews, I want to do a proper test in proper conditions, and I hope this has been useful for you. Right, coffee time. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like. If you really enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more kit reviews along the way. Take care, all the best.